I found out first about the elevator strike actually when it happened, or when it started happening May 1st, and I was a bit concerned about it. Obviously, as a property manager, I was concerned, but I was just kind of maybe avoiding the reality of, something happening in my building. But over this past weekend, there was actually all 3 elevators in my building out. So in a building of 20 stories, that was a little bit concerning. So tried to get the elevator technicians here to do what they needed to do to reset the elevators. There was a lot of residents very upset, obviously. And what ended up happening, they ended up coming after about, I think it was over 24 hours that they ended up showing up. And then they fixed them, and then 2 hours later another one went down, so we had to call them again. So it's just been a bit of a ping-pong thing, and it's been really stressful on all the residents, and yes, the property manager.
Have you had any cases with anyone stuck inside an elevator yet?
Nobody stuck inside the elevator, luckily, but I'm just crossing my fingers for that one. I'm hoping that that obviously doesn't happen. If that does happen, I've been told that that's entrapment, and that will be attended to as an emergency call. So hopefully they'll be able to get here sooner rather than later.
There's no way I could walk down 17 flights of the stairs, and getting up them is an absolute impossibility for me. And I'm in pain constantly.
Do you know why the elevators have been out of service for hours? Do you have any idea about the strike that's going on? The elevator?
Oh yeah, I read it in the paper. We were going to my son's for dinner on Sunday, and I was very nervous about going out because if they get stuck in the elevator, I'm in big trouble.
So I was coming upstairs, and I passed a few people along the way. I live on the 11th floor, so as I walked upstairs, I noticed there was people in between the stairs, so every 2 floors there was somebody there, and they were helping somebody move her boxes in because she said it was her moving day and there was no elevator available.
Yeah, I was born with neuroblastoma cancer in my spine, and so it left my legs partially paralyzed. And yeah, I'm a Paralympian for the Canadian team for wheelchair racing.
And you live here on the first floor?
Yes, live on the first floor. Parking is up on the 4th floor, so I have to use the elevators every day.
Have you found that the elevators have been out of service for longer periods of time ever since the elevator workers strike has started?
I just heard about the strike yesterday, and there hadn't been a problem on this half of the building, but there had been in the other half. So I use them every day, and I've been in situations before where I haven't been able to use the elevators because they've been down in other places that I've lived.